Alright, so today on the channel we're going to talk about our good friend Mr. Shipwreck from G.I. Joe. Stay all the way till the end of the video. I'm going to do a review on this figure, but I warn you, this is not the figure I got in that box. There were some modifications done to it, but I'm going to do the review because if I did the review with the figure as it was out of that box, it would be poop. It would be poop. So we're not going to do the review. I'm going to say that maybe it was just a one-off, but there seems to be a lot of one-offs lately with the, sometimes with the bats, sometimes with the Outback. And I hope this is not endemic with the, shipwrecks issue, but it could have been just mine. But I'll tell you what it was. Wait till the end. But we're going to do a review with this because, this is a workable figure at this point. But anyways, it's the best I can do at the end. We'll be full disclosure at the end as to why. So here's what you get with the packaging. Good picture of Shipwreck. As a kid, I liked Shipwreck because he was always a smart aleck, and he was always, he was always pretty funny with command. He just didn't take, he was silly, right? He sometimes didn't take the order seriously, or he tried his best, but he was just a goofy kind of son of a gun. And then Polly was always cracking me up too. They were like Abbott and Costello, these two. But anyways, here's what you get in the accessories. Here's a digital render of them, comic book render of them. Number 70 in the line. Again, Shipwreck, close-up view in him, some more accessories. This is how tall he stands. And yeah, close-up of him right there. So anyways, that's the box. Cool. The figure, lots of accessories with the figure. We're going to take these off, well, little by little, and we're just going to start looking at the accessories, right? So he gets this, I guess a grappling hook, maybe what do they call it with the boat? Anchor? Gosh. Is it a grappling hook or an anchor? I'm going to say it's a grappling hook that maybe he shoots off of that weapon. I don't know. That looks more like a shotgun to me, like a old blunderbuster or something from the old time, pirate days. But anyways, he's got his little grappling hook there. Maybe this is to, grapple onto another ship like they used to do with the pirates. And then he shoots it off with that grappling gun. It grapples on, he uses that rope to climb onto the other ship and then do his shenanigans. So you get this grappling hook. You get Polly, and Polly pops onto either the rope here that he has to grapple onto another ship or over a wall. And he also pegs into here. So he's with his little peg leg. So here's Polly. Picture, very well done. I like the way they did his sculpt there. It's very nicely done. Really good job with Polly. I like him. Great work. Great work, Polly. So, and then you also get this, see if we can do it without decapitating him. There we go. You also get this rope, like I said, that he can use. And also you can, I think you can just hook this onto here if you like. I hooked it onto his belt, but it also goes on there. So that's what makes me think that that weapon over there is probably a grappling hook. And this is this. And at first I was thinking maybe this is a shotgun because it kind of looks like that. And maybe it is, maybe it is a old school shotgun. But to me, I'm thinking he probably puts that in here and then fires it off. But I don't know. It's a very old timey looking shotgun, flintlock or whatever. Gosh, look at that with the flintlock on it. Anyway, so you got this, it's a cool old timey shotgun. Very cool. If that's what it is. And then you also have a regular, weapon over here. It's just an interesting little, it's got lots of details there. It's got like a little, what is that, an anchor or something down there? That's an anchor. Down there at the bottom, you got some more rope going up across the top there. Very, very nicely detailed little weapon. I like it. Thank you. He also has the ability to, you got his sailor hat on there. And you have the ability to swap out with another hairpiece, which is maybe he lost his hat and he's running around like this. So yeah, you've got those two options, which is fantastic. Let's take a look at the figure itself. It feels good. When I first got it out of the box, it felt good. But there was a hidden issue with it when I got it out. And again, wait till the end, and I'll have full disclosure on it as to what happened. But the feel of the figure like this, it feels fine. It is a little loose, and again, stay to the end, and there'll be an explained why he's a little not 100%. So, but he looks good. He looks good. I really like Shipwreck, and maybe it's just me being nostalgic about it, but I've always liked this guy, and I've always liked this figure. So while some people weren't looking forward to Shipwreck, I really was. I really liked this figure, and I really liked how, like I said, the character of him. So let's do him the wobble test. Got a little bit of a wobble to him, but not bad. He doesn't feel gummy at all. Good quality plastic, very different than the Marvel Legends plastic. But anyways, let's take a look at the detail up close. There's his face. Very well done. I think it's a good face. It's very descriptive, or not emotive. So I like it. He's got like a, I think it missed a little bit on his eyebrow, but that's okay. It's not bad. I can't, super tell. Maybe it's my eyeballs. I can't tell that well. He's got a cool little, what is that, petty officer thing on there or something. He's got his tattoo with the anchor, maybe like U.S. Navy stuff. Shark there, shark tattoo with some color. That's very nice. And his other insignia there on the side. I'm not familiar with the Navy. To me, this is a staff sergeant symbol flipped upside down. So I wasn't in the Navy, so I can't tell you. I didn't really study the Navy rank. So maybe I should have, but Army and Navy really, I only ever really, was on their transportation list a very few times, right? Usually these guys are given lifts to Marines all over the place. Army usually gets transported, well, I was part of an airborne unit, but anyways, so yeah, there's this, looks good. It looks good. It looks good. So, all right, let's take a look at the articulation real quick, see what he can do. He can look down this much, really good. Look, well, I forgot he has a hairpiece. It flew right off. He can look up that much, which isn't bad. I mean, it's not bad. He can look up that much. Trying to not knock that off. He can look down that much, which is good. All right, he can look to the side a bit. He can look that way a bit, and of course he can go all the way around, no issues. And again, this is two separate pieces, the neck and the head up here at the top. So you've got some really great articulation there. He can do a T-pose pretty easy. I didn't have any issues with T-poses, unlike the bat, which I had to augment, and there's link in the video at the end. But there's no issues with that. Bicep cut, it's interesting. I would have thought they would have hit it here, but no, they hit it right there. Might have broke up the sculpt a little less, but anyways, you got a bicep cut there, double jointed, pinless elbows, and then you've got, what is this, an in and out or an up and down? Up and down on this hand over here. So there you go. That's tough. It's not being really nice, but anyways, and it turns. Or take regular articulation there on the hand. Is this one up and down or in and out? Can't tell. Well, there, yeah, is that it? Let's see. Let's get close in there. No, this one's up and down too. Interesting. Anyways, all right. Moving on. He's got a good crunch. Of course, when there's no cover here or no flak jacket or anything like that, bulletproof vest moves great there. And here's one of the things that was horribly going wrong with him. He has a twist now at the waist. Oh, how about that? I wonder why he's able to twist so good. So awesome. Look at that. No problems with the twisting. This is a little loose, but at the end of the video, you'll find out why. Regular articulation, drop down hips, cut at the thigh, double jointed, pinless knees, and his feet are very hindered. He doesn't have a boot cut. His legs are very hindered by his pants, but it's fine. He can go down that far, and he got an ankle pivot there. So, but anyways, that's that's the figure overall. Let's look at some size comparisons to see where he stacks up against some of these other G.I. Joe figs, or maybe some of these other regular Black Series or whatever. So let's take a gander there. All right, so looking at the closest thing that I got right now, Black Series. Again, Mr. Black's. Whoa, they're about the same. Well, no, I mean Shipwreck is taller, but not by much. So, anyways, Black Series, Stormtrooper, always getting beat. Let's see. Let's look at Sonya. Let's look at Red Sonya over here. Oh, well, maybe if I stood her straight up, but I mean, she's still a little bit taller than him, which is funny to me because she's actually got her legs apart there, standing in a wide stance. She loses some height there. Let's see him next to Daredevil. See where he is. Wow, interesting. Shipwreck might beat him. So why did that? I don't know. Maybe I was just delusional with that Stormtrooper, but it looks about the same height. Or actually, Shipwreck looks a little bit taller than him. I thought in the cartoon Shipwreck was smaller. Let's see what he looks like next to Carrick from the Valaverse line. Interesting. Carrick is shorter. Huh. Look at that. Look at that. All right. Now let's go grab Destro maybe. Let's see. Old friend Destro. Wow. Look at that. Shipwreck is a tall dude, man. I didn't think he was that tall. Interesting. All right then. All right, Mr. Shipwreck, let's quantify that height with the ruler. Where are you? And sure enough, he's almost 6.5 there. Almost. Or right at. So, there you go. So, there we go. Do I think he's a good figure? If I hadn't had the problem that I had, yes. I'm going to buy another one just to make sure that that wasn't my issue. This one's fine. I'll probably use him. To me, I like Shipwreck characters, so I don't mind having two. So I'll keep him around for, other poses as well, or just to mix in, or just maybe to keep at my desk or whatever. But I did enjoy this figure. I mean, I was a big fan of this particular character, so I'm fine with this figure. And I do recommend it. And barring that issue that I had with him when I opened it. And you know what? I'm going to just tell you what it was. He had an absolute catastrophic failure at the waist. And I had to replace that waist. And there's a little snippet at the end as to what I did. So barring that, I think it's a great figure. I'm happy with the purchase. I'd be very, very happy with the purchase. And I'd rate it definitely like a 4.5 if I hadn't had to replace that. Me having to replace that, anytime I have to replace or fix anything on a figure, it's an automatic 0. It's a 0. Because I, as a customizer, or as a person who's been doing models and I've been working on stuff for 30, 40 years, I know how to do these things. I can easily swap, pop, fix joints. But the average collector or guy that's out there just trying to get his money's worth is not going to be dinking around fixing this stuff. So Hasbro, I'm going to tell you what, guys. If all of the Shipwrecks are like this, stay away from them. Stay away from them. I'm going to buy another one just to find out if it's endemic or not. But if all the Shipwrecks have a failed waist joint, it's junk. It's junk. I'll buy one more to see if maybe it was a fluke. But I got my one working, so I'm good with that. And I'll have my other one and see if it's a fluke. And, the max I'll buy is 2, just to verify that they are working or they're not working. And then I'll just move on from that. But anyways, I'm happy with this, but I have to tell you, I'm going to rate it a 0. Every time I got to go in and fix something for this review, for the figure I got in this particular instance, 0, 0, 0. Stay away from it. Unless you want to roll the dice with it and see if it's endemic. it's not, there's no figures out here yet for me to test on. So anyways, guys, here's the clip at the end as to what I did and how frustrated I was. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe if you're so inclined. I wish this was a happier video, but I can't help what Hasbro sends to me. And then directly, this was directly from Hasbro. And then what, yeah, he fainted. Anyways, here's the clip. Don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, guys, just before we get going on the review, already it's an F as far as I'm concerned. I think the Shipwreck figure, if it's not this, maybe it's just mine. You know, I'm gonna ask Hasbro to see if we can do a return or something. Maybe not. Maybe I'll just, you know, I think I'm just gonna try and fix it on my own. But anyways, this is the figure I got straight out of the box. I just opened it, and when you look in here, I was like, why is it so gappy there? So weird. Maybe it's just mine. Well, it's not just mine. You could tell, well, maybe it is just mine, but you could tell something went wrong there with what they were doing with the insert there, with the, when they were putting him together. I mean, if you just put him on the shelf like that, he looks fine. Nobody's gonna say anything about it. But it's not okay. It's not okay to pay, you know, $25 and then have that BS happen. Anyways, I'm gonna take a Recondo body. I'm gonna pop this body apart, and I'm gonna fix this gappiness nuisance of a mess